By keeping recipes simple, you can still eat well, even if you're on a tight budget.
So I'd like to show you in this video that healthy food does not always have to be expensive. In fact, the simpler you keep things, the cheaper they can be. And it is certainly cheaper than buying a bunch of processed foods. So I am using this Crescent Foods halal meat. I paid $4.97 per pound. Now I know this is expensive, but hear me out.
I am just an average consumer of Crescent meats. I am not affiliated with this company in any way. I'm not earning anything to tell you this. I'm just sharing it with you because I believe this to be a very good alternative to organic meats. So let's just talk about their meats for a minute. It says on their website that they are antibiotic free and fed an all vegetarian diet free from animal byproducts. It also states that the birds are raised humanely and free to roam on farms. Their website also states that they sell 100% grass-fed lamb and beef. While it might not completely overlap with the requirements of organic meat, it does have animal welfare and human health considerations that conventional meat production does not. Crescent meat has a cost of $4.97 per pound, at least here in Houston, Texas, where I currently live. Also, here are some organic meat prices, also from my area. Remember that prices can vary depending on location, so I am quoting the prices over here in my area, my current prices. And Crescent brand halal chicken is still almost $1 cheaper per pound than the lowest price that I was able to find on organic meat, which was at Aldi in my location. And the texture and taste of the meat is actually better. I taste tested both of them and I prefer Crescent. And to be honest, I have also tasted this Central Market organic air-chilled boneless skinless chicken breast from H-E-B. And I find the quality of that to be equal to the Crescent Foods chicken. And so while it might not be exactly equivalent to organic meat, it is definitely very, very close in quality to organic meat with a much lower price point. So if you're looking for a better quality meat product than conventionally produced factory meats, this could be a good option for you. And this is what I personally buy. I'm definitely going to be using this. It's my Dash chicken seasoning. I just got another delivery of this. This stuff is so good. So a cooked chicken breast is a super simple, budget, easy to make food that is very good for health and weight loss. It has certainly served me well on my weight loss journey. I have seen, according to some secondhand sources, that it might be air chilled, although I couldn't find that information on their website. But it does taste just as good as other air chilled meats that I have bought in the past. This price is much less than organic chicken. And while not being exactly the same thing, there is more of a health as well as animal welfare consideration in the making of this chicken product. And the price point is in the middle of conventionally produced chicken and organic. So I feel like this is a good middle ground. And you'll notice these chicken breasts are just so small. I don't know why most conventional chicken is just so huge. I mean, it just seems like something weird is going on. This Crescent brand chicken is very high quality and very tender, but I'm just going to use a meat tenderizer to thin it out, and I want to get an even thickness on the chicken breast. Just, it will make it so much more tender and it will make it cook better. So you can see I'm just kind of mostly using this on the thick part of the breast because I want the entire chicken breast to be approximately one thickness.
I'm just going to season it up. I have a little bit of fajita seasoning. I'm just going to use a little bit of this. It has salt in it. And it's also just going to give the chicken a nice, pretty red color. But I'm going to go light on this because it does have salt. And I just got this one in the mail from Amazon. I just love this seasoning. So I'm so glad to have it back. I've been a bit lazy about getting it ordered. You know what? I should have used a bigger cutting board, but I guess I'll just have to I'll have to go ahead and clean up my counter once I'm done. Because you know what? It's too late. I've already made a mess. So that's it, guys. We're going to add flavor to this by adding some seasonings to the chicken. Things don't need to be complicated. Just get her done.
By simply just choosing a higher quality meat product and keeping the preparation simple, you can enjoy a delicious meal with minimal cost and minimal effort. And we're going to be making our meal much more interesting by adding a delicious salad to this. While also being very simple, it is going to add an amazing pop of flavor and color to our meal so that we don't get bored with these chicken breasts. If you guys have seen my other meal prep video that I have made a while back, you will know that I am a very big fan of prepping a handful of ingredients. So here I have some cooked chickpeas. I like to prep individual ingredients and have them ready to mix and match into my meals throughout the week. And I have also meal prepped some einkorn wheat berries. So this is a grain and this is a protein. And I'm just going to make a real simple salad out of this. So I'm going to mix my chickpeas with my einkorn wheat berries. And then I've got some cucumbers and a tomato, a little cilantro, and I've got a whole bunch of green onions. So I'm going to be putting some green onions in it today. And to season my salad, I'm going to keep it super simple. I have a very high quality extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to be putting some of this as well as some of this. It's from Phoenicia's. It's a store over here in Houston. You don't have to use exactly this. This is an Italian seasoning mix for olive oil, and I got this for a very reasonable price. I wouldn't pay a ton of money. So it consists of garlic, oregano, salt, crushed red chili pepper, and basil. So you could easily mix something similar up out of your spice cabinet, or you could buy something pre-made like this just to save time. Sometimes I like to use mixes like this just because it makes things so much easier. Go ahead and mix this up in a large mixing bowl. Well, this is actually more of a medium mixing bowl, but that's beside the point. So I'm just going to add some chickpeas. Just added some chickpeas to a bowl. This is just however much you want to eat. I'm serving myself and my husband. My husband might want to take a little bit for his lunch tomorrow, so I'm thinking at least 3 to 4 servings in here. But by all means, make however much you need for your family size. So I didn't have, this container wasn't big enough for all of the wheat berries, so I have some in this little container. So I'm just going to use these first. All right, so if you can see there, I have my einkorn wheat berries and my chickpeas. And if you're vegetarian, this salad by itself is a complete meal. It has the chickpeas for protein, lots of veggies, and then the wheat berries for a starch or a carb. So you could certainly do this without any chicken. If you want this to be a very filling meal and you're not vegetarian, this goes so well with a chicken breast. And so by limiting the quantity and the complexity of the ingredients that we're using and focusing in on just a handful of very high quality ingredients, you're going to simplify your meal prep and make it manageable for yourself from both a time and a money standpoint.
You see where I'm doing this fresh salad, the flavors are just gonna stay good. You know, for today and tomorrow, the flavor will just be so much better this way.
By meal prepping your beans and your grains, you save a lot of the time that is required during the week. But I don't like to meal prep veggies too far in advance because they just don't stay fresh, and then I don't like to eat those. So when we're talking about preparing healthy meals, I prefer to have a fresh taste. And so for that reason, I don't prefer to do the veggies in advance. I like to kind of mix and match those pre-prepped proteins and grains with fresh veggies throughout the week. I really find this gives me the most flexibility to create meals that I feel in the mood to eat while keeping my ingredients fresh as well. And at the same time, still reducing the amount of time that I need to spend to have a meal like this. So I'm going to be preparing my veggies one by one and mixing it into the salad as I go. Here I have mixed in my cucumber. Next, I'm going to be adding in 1 tomato, followed by a little bit of cilantro.
Beautiful salad. And it only took me a couple of minutes to throw together. This seasoning's already got some salt in it, so I'm not gonna add any extra salt. I'm just gonna keep it real simple. I'm gonna do a healthy drizzle of olive oil. Could also put a little bit of lemon or lime in there if you've got it. I do have it, but I don't think I feel like that tonight. Whoops. Oh my goodness. I wish you all could smell this delicious salad. As soon as I added that seasoning, oh, it smells delicious.
And so this beautiful salad is going to be so tasty and nutritious, and it is going to pair well with our delicious high quality chicken breasts. Again, by focusing on a few simple but high quality ingredients, you are going to have a delicious and tasty plate without the hassle and without the high price point.
So whenever I am doing a delicious, beautiful salad like this, I like to elevate the dish by putting it into a beautiful serving bowl. If you're trying to save the dishes, you could always just leave it in the mixing bowl. You know, you're the ones eating it. But I honestly just feel like it's worth the extra dish. All right, guys, here's that beautiful salad.
Simple things like presentation and plating can really elevate a dish and make it feel even more high quality without spending any additional money.
This aside so the flavors continue to marinate together while I cook my chicken. So if you are tempted to buy those shortcut potatoes that are packaged and they're more than $4 a pound, instead of doing that, I'm going to make a suggestion. My potatoes from Sam's Club were 59 cents a pound for actual potatoes, yellow potatoes. Rather than buying the hash browns, I have microwaved these. So these are like, at this point, this is basically a baked potato. I microwave these to get them soft, and then I can just go ahead and slice these and cook in the skillet. They'll cook up in just a few minutes. All I need is enough time to brown them up. You could also, if you want hash brown potatoes in the morning, you could either cut them in circles or you could dice them up smaller. It only takes a minute, but 59 cents a pound is a whole lot cheaper than $4 and something per pound. Like a whole lot cheaper. So I would recommend doing this. Plus there's no extra ingredients. You just have potatoes and seasoning and oil, and that's it. You don't have any other completely unnecessary ingredients in your food, which is not good for you either. So that is what we are having for dinner. We are about to finish up our super easy, healthy, delicious dinner tonight. So I have finished putting together my salad. That was the hard part. And it wasn't that hard. You can make dinner complicated if you'd like to, but in my house, we like to keep it simple. We find that we save money and we don't eat outside and we enjoy our food more when we stick to simplicity. So here I have my microwaved baked potatoes. This is a soft baked potato that was done in the microwave. So all I'm going to do is slice these up and fry it in the skillet. It's already cooked. It's already soft. All you have to do at this point, it's going to come together so quick. Just slice it and brown it off on the outside. That's it. I don't know why you would want to buy packaged potatoes and have to pay $4 and something a pound for them when this is just as easy. You could just as easily cube this potato up and make little hash browns out of it. A bad spot.
If there's one thing I've learned over the last year and a half, it's that food is medicine. I think it's an incredibly bad idea to cut corners on the quality of your food. Cut somewhere else.
That's it. Now we're going to pan fry this in a skillet with some olive oil and a little bit of this. This is what I'm using. You can doctor your potatoes up with simple salt and pepper, maybe a little paprika, whatever the heck you feel like, whatever you've got on hand, but I'm using just a little bit of this and a little bit of olive oil. We're just going to cook them up in the skillet, and that is going to be our potatoes. Over here, my taters are going. I've got my potato slayer seasoning. I'm just going to put some in there. Gonna put some over the surface of the potato.
So our potatoes are over here cooking in one skillet, while our chicken is over here in the other skillet, and that is searing. We need to sear these on both sides and cook them all the way through. I flipped the potatoes over, and I need to do the same exact thing to our chicken. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip it over. As you can see, they're starting to get a nice sear on the first side. So we want to also make sure we sear that other side. We want even cooking.
I know there's a lot of people out there with the argument that healthy food is very expensive, but I just want to show you that if you're keeping it simple, sticking to whole foods, healthy food is not always expensive. And in fact, it is definitely cheaper than buying a bunch of processed foods. And that goes from a food price point, but also a health expense price point later. Okay guys, so here is our delicious, simple, healthy dinner. All I've done is season some chicken breast and cook that up in the skillet. I topped mine with a little bit of barbecue sauce. You could do honey mustard, any dipping sauce you want. I just chose barbecue tonight. Then I have some simple fried potatoes, remember, as a shortcut so that I could just fry these up very quickly. I just microwaved and made baked potatoes, and then I sliced those and then I fried them up very quickly. And then there is our simple salad that we threw together with pre-prepped whole food ingredients. That is our einkorn wheat berries and our chickpeas. And then we mix that in with a little olive oil, a little bit of seasoning, and some fresh chopped veggies. This is a very simple, limited ingredient, budget-friendly, healthy and delicious dinner. All right, you guys, so we are about to dig in. My husband is on his way up here. We are going to enjoy our supper together, and I will catch you guys all on the next video.